Justin! Justin!
Dude!
Justin!
Caleb!
What is up,
Yo.
man? Dude, Titans and Colts on Sunday Night Football win, and you're in game in Nashville. Why did I ever move to Denver? That's the question I'm
Yeah,
asking.
you're starting to regret that decision now, huh?
Yeah, there's nothing out here where that's that good. I'll be honest. That's going to be an epic game. Are you going?
The only thing out there is a loss to the Raiders on Monday Night Football. That's the only thing you got going out there.
Burn. You burnt.
Burn.
See ya, Vance Joseph.
Sorry, Broncos.
Anyways, Justin, are you going to the game this Sunday night? Will you be there?
Duh. Yes. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to be there. And for the love of God, Nashville, can you guys show up? I'm at least speaking to the people that live in Nashville
brother.
and consider themselves a Titans fan and are not in financial poverty right now. If you can afford to go to this game and you're in Nashville, your team needs you. You can make a difference. You can be loud, cheer hard, and who knows, maybe a false start will happen at a crucial moment in the game because of the crowd noise. Those little things. This is why it's called home field advantage, people. Oh, my goodness. Please, we need to pack this stadium, dude. We need to get that stadium rocking like it was back in the day.
Dude.
So, yeah, I'll get off that soapbox. But, yes, I'm going to the game. Thank you for asking.
Whew, that gave me chills. And it's giving me chills just thinking about the atmosphere that's going to be there on Sunday nights. I wish I could go. Anyways, we're talking Titans and Colts preview here. Before we get into that, shout out to our sponsors, hang10.com. Use the code TITANS2 for 10% off your order. Go get some apparel before the game Sunday night, if that's even possible. Also, Backyard Dog BBQ Sauce. Check out more in the link in the description below. And shout out to all of our Patreon, and thank you. Happy holidays from us at Titans2, Caleb and Justin. Okay, now let's get back to what we're here for. Titans v Colts. Week 17. I don't know where to start, man. This game is epic. Would you say it's one of the biggest games the franchise has faced in the last decade?
Yeah. I would say that. Regular season games, at least, for sure. I mean, we have the Jacksonville game to close out the season last year, so it's
and
kind
the
of
Kansas
a
City game.
Deja vu kind of thing. A home game against a divisional rival to get into the playoffs. But this one, I think, is even bigger because the Colts need this win as well. Jacksonville was already in the playoffs when they came to town last year. And, of course, the stakes and the streaks of Andrew Luck and not ever being able to beat him. We have to get this monkey off our back, and now is a better time than ever. I don't know how we're going to do it. I've never seen this team do it with my own two eyes, like you said before. But I would consider this, one of the biggest regular season games in a very, very long time in Nashville.
Yeah, I think that, obviously it got flexed to Sunday Night Football, so I think that's huge for the city, which I think is going to encourage a great turnout and a great atmosphere. Everyone go get turned up on Broadway before the game if you're going, so says Mike Vrabel.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, turned.
Yeah, turned. Super turned, bro. I'll be getting turned here. Turned up here in Colorado, which is a lot easier because of the elevation. Actually, it's easier to get turned up here. Just FYI, if you
I thought you were going somewhere else.
No,
if
you ever travel here. Titans haven't beaten Andrew Luck, which is just crazy. He's won 11 in a row, or is it 12 in a row now?
I think it's only 10, dude. Don't give him that much credit.
Oh,
it's only 10. Nobody beats this Titans team 11 times in a row and gets away with it, and we'll hopefully find that out on Sunday.
He's coming in once again. I've seen him on MVP lists, top 10 possible MVP candidates for this season. He's having himself a year. Second in touchdown passes behind Mahomes, which is insane. So basically, Andrew Luck is first any other year, but.
Dude, I hate saying this and I hate giving him props, but he's so incredible. He's one of those players that can just overcome all the other shortcomings on your roster. Remember how bad the Colts were last year?
Yeah.
And Jacoby Brissett is still a solid backup quarterback, I think, when you look at backup quarterbacks that play in the NFL. But Andrew Luck is just on such a tier above that he can elevate the rest of his team to rip off 8 out of 9 wins is their current streak. So they've laid a dud in Jacksonville during that streak, and I have no idea how that happens. That just that's the NFL for you, how that can happen. Honestly, and they almost laid a dud against the Giants last week. They gave up 27 points, needed a clutch drive from Andrew Luck to win in that game. So, I mean, these guys are beatable. I know they're super hot, and they have this win streak against the Titans, but they are beatable, and hopefully we can catch them on one of their rusty days, because when Luck and that offense is clicking, they will tear us apart, as we saw in the first matchup where we went down.
The first matchup, dude, as
10?
we've seen in the previous 10 matchups with Andrew Luck, he does this to us every time. No matter how rusty he looked the weeks leading up, he will look anything but rusty when he plays the Titans. I don't get it.
Yeah, and I mean, we have played him close. I mean, it's not like he completely tears us apart every time. I mean, there's been some very close wins, but I think that 38-10 win earlier in the season is probably our worst loss that we've suffered against Andrew Luck. I mean, we just crapped the bed. Everything went wrong. Mariota had to leave the game early. Dean Pease had like a weird nerve twitch in his eye, and people were freaking out, so he had to leave the game. Yeah, and T.Y. Hilton absolutely massacred us. Man, we've got to find a way to slow him down, but I don't know. Looking at this game, I mean, we're already talking about the win streak against us that Andrew Luck has, but it already seems like the odds are still severely stacked against us, and I'm talking about the injuries, man. We're going to this game without Brian Arakpo. I know he hasn't been as productive for us this year, but we still need him. He could still be useful as just part of that depth on edge rushing.
He has been practicing. Has he been rolled out officially?
Yeah, so he was rolled out officially.
I thought
on
I
the
saw
final
that he was
injury report. But we are getting back Sharif Finch, so we've got at least another guy that has played in this scheme and has played a lot of snaps for us this year to contribute, hopefully. So it'll be nice to have him back. But man, not having Jarrell Casey, not having Logan Ryan, these big time injuries, man, are going to be tough to overcome.
Yep.
And, of course, Marcus Mariota, questionable. But I think at this point, we're kind of expecting him to play. We're kind of expecting him to at least start and give it a shot. I mean, why not? What do you have to lose? The entire season is on the line. That's what you have to lose. So you got to give it a shot, I think.
I guess you weigh...
and if he just doesn't...
You got to weigh if a healthy Blaine Gabbert is a better option for your team to win than an injured Mariota, I guess, at this point. And they still would rather have an injured Mariota out on the field than they would a healthy Blaine Gabbert, even though Blaine Gabbert played really well against the Redskins, leading the team and really efficiently. I know he had that one... that should have been intercepted, but overall he led the team well. But they're still trying to roll with even a possibly injured Mariota as the starter, and I agree.
Yeah, I mean, Blaine Gabbert came in and did his job last week. And by the way, sorry we did not get to that Redskins recap episode. We did attempt it, but we were experiencing severe technical difficulties and connection issues, so we just canned it. And then the holiday season got in the way. We were pretty busy.
Merry Christmas.
But so one of the things we tried to talk about at least, is the job that Blaine Gabbert did, and that's why you upgrade the backup quarterback position. He did exactly what we needed to do, although he should have been picked off by Clinton Dix there. You're definitely a good point there. That was not very funny, though.
I mean, that was almost as bad a pass as the interception.
But yeah, I mean,
he had in the Colts game.
We've seen.
Sorry.
Yeah, true. But we've seen him come in and beat the Texans week 2. I know the Texans were a different team back then, but so if Blaine Gabbert has to play, I mean, you still like to give this team a shot. I don't think that means we're going to be dead in the water. Had it have been Matt Castle that may have been playing for us if we had held on to him, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. But on the Colts injury side, and something that may neutralize a little bit of missing Jarrell Casey is their center, Ryan Kelly, is ruled out for the game. And that's a big loss for their offensive line because he's a really good center. And center is a very crucial position on the offensive line. You've got to be on the same page as your quarterback, obviously, snapping him the ball every time. Yeah. But I think the Colts can cover up the loss of Ryan Kelly easier than the Titans being able to cover up the loss of Jarrell Casey. He just does so many things for the defensive line. So it's going to be tough, dude. It's going to be a tough task.
I mean, the first time we played them, I don't think we got like one pressure on Andrew Luck the whole game, 0 sacks. I mean, their offensive line has been playing out of their minds this season, which is exactly what they needed to do after Andrew Luck was coming back from that injury. You can't let them get hit, but they have been tough to deal with, and we saw that the first time we played them. Absolutely no pressure on Andrew Luck, and if that's the case, I mean, he's just going to like sit back there and pick us apart all day, or all night in this case, because they flexed it. Got to remember that. All night.
Yeah. Got to be accurate.
Now without Jarrell Casey and Arakpo, do you see that happening?
Oh, so we gotta have our guys step up. We've got to have we're relying on now like Austin Johnson, Benny Logan, Daquan Jones to step up their production, and we had to have all three of those guys play their best game of the season all at the same time against the Colts. And even without Logan Ryan, like he became a very reliable guy that we could send in on a blitz, and he timed those blitzes very well. Dean Pease has got to come up with something, man. And I think I saw Paul Kaharski article.
Shout out to PK.
I didn't read it because I'm not a subscriber.
But did you read the first
Sorry,
paragraph? Because you can pretty much get the gist of his articles just by reading the first paragraph.
You can
totally just click on them and read the free part
and
be like, okay, I know what he's gonna say. It's Paul Kaharski.
Yeah.
Love you, Paul.
So I presume this is what the article was about, but one cause for hope that I think we can have is that we've seen this coaching staff come together and bring a plan together and execute that plan to win a game. We saw that in weeks 2 and 3 against the Texans and Jags when our offensive line was facing some serious injuries, Mariota not being able to play. He did play in the second half against Jacksonville, or after the first quarter, whenever Blaine Gabbert went out. They put together a fantastic game plan against the Patriots, and I think our players were just all decided to play lights out that day anyway. But getting to Tom Brady, getting in his face, pressuring him, sacking him, generating that pressure, we're going to have to see another kind of plan like that to get pressure on Andrew Luck and the Colts. Because, we've seen this coaching staff do it before, and I think if they are able to do something similar, bring something to the table here, we could find some success. So I think hopefully that the coaches are scheming up something good for him because, we're going to have to find a way to get in his face because otherwise it's T.Y. Hilton for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. And my heart can't take that.
Yeah, I couldn't take that either. Not on this stage. That would be a heartbreaker. Yeah, I'm curious to see. I mean, I think the major point here when I'm looking at the game is one, Mariota's health, how he's going to play, and then also our defense against Andrew Luck and the Colts. One being, I'm curious. It's hard to measure how much of an effect it had on game 1, but just having Dean Pease back to call the game from the box, like I wonder how much more of an effect that's going to have that the team from the issue the team was dealing with game 1. Also, our pass rush with the injuries. Can we get to Andrew Luck? And then Adoree Jackson on T.Y. Hilton. Adoree got toasted the first time around. And I mean, Andrew Luck had all the time in the world, so those two directly correlate, I think. But still, I think Adoree Jackson really needs to step up and have a better game than he did the first time we played the Colts. I feel like those are my main areas of focus. Those are almost my keys. I'm just giving you my keys right now. Those are my 3 areas where I think the Titans got to really win.
Yeah, dude, I'm totally with you. We have got to find a way to slow down T.Y. Maybe double coverage him, because you look at these Colts receivers and their weapons. They do have Eric Ebron, who's a scary weapon, but they didn't even target him. I think the first time we played him, they didn't even target him. I think they just were like, "Hey, Eric, sorry your stats are going to take a hit, but you're definitely."
They targeted Andrew Luck more times than they did Eric Ebron in that game. That's where they threw the fade to him in the end zone, like a bunch of idiots. Side note, have we said how much we hate the Colts yet in this episode? Because I hate the Colts. Okay, we need to get that out there again. I hate the Colts.
Let them have it.
I hate the Colts. Get out of here, Colts fans. All right, Justin, back to you. Sorry. Interlude segment.
Yeah. Unsubscribe, Colts. No, don't unsubscribe. We'll take whatever we can get. But where I was going with that is that T.Y. Hilton, I think, is the only – him and Eric Ebron are the only very – like lethal threats, like talent, like naturally just gifted athletes and receivers. There are other guys like Chester Rogers, Dontrell Inman, Ryan Grant. Like these are those are
beneficiaries of
players
Andrew
that
Luck.
can produce, but they're more like scheme players.
I said they're just basically beneficiaries of how good Andrew Luck is. That's the only reason why people know their name.
Yeah, they play well within the scheme, and they are the beneficiaries of Luck being able to distribute the ball, counting on them being at the right spots. So they're not going to blow you away with their talent and natural ability the same way that T.Y. and Eric Ebron can. But I mean, you got to look out for them because they can make some plays. I think Chester Rogers had 1 or 2 touchdowns probably against us in our first matchup. But it's those major receiving weapons that we've got to try to slow down. It starts with T.Y. And I looked at his game-by-game stats lately, and he's playing hurt, and he's still crushing it. He's putting up 700 yards a game.
700 yards a game.
Incredible.
Wow. That is a lot.
That dude is insanely productive. Yeah, he's shattering some records. But no, I think you hit the nail on the head. T.Y. Hilton, man, Adoree Jackson, he's got to play his best game in an NFL uniform if we want to slow down this passing game.
I mean, our whole D does. I hope Harold Landry has a really good game too. We're going to need him to have a big game off the edge, pressuring Andrew Luck, because we cannot have what happened the first time around where we just get zero pressure on him. That'll be a disaster. I just know it. I know it.
Yeah, it will be. I do want to address this too. You know what I'm really disappointed in? The weather that we're expecting. It's supposed to be like 40 degrees and cloudy. You know what I was hoping for? Give me some like 20-degree weather, maybe some snow, or maybe
like
some
it was
freezing rain
the
or
win
something.
and end game against Jacksonville last year. Freezing.
Yeah, when it was freezing cold. And against the Giants a couple weeks ago. It was like a monsoon. And I think those rough weather conditions and the way our team is built would benefit us way more than the Colts, because it would be much more difficult to pass the ball, which is what they do best. I know Marlon Mack is a good running back, and they have a good offensive line, so they can run the ball. But I just wish Week 17, late December, why are we at 46 degrees? Some kind of global warming conspiracy that the Colts drummed up against us? What's going on here?
Crap into this episode, man. That's just Nashville weather. Okay, that's just how it is in Middle Tennessee. Yeah. It's weird on the plateau or whatever, off the plateau. It's stupid weather. That's what it is. Yeah. Doesn't make sense. But that would have been huge.
I'm just saying, I wish the weather wasn't going to be as pleasant for a dome team like the Colts that aren't used to playing it in crazy.
Hey, you never know. We're still 2 days out, bro. Still 2 days out. If I know Nashville, you can't predict the weather more than like an hour out. So
it's true. Maybe some tornadoes and clouds will
formulate be amazing
in the next 48 hours. But I don't know. So, do you want to get to
let's talk about Mariota. So he's been practicing. We haven't really talked about it. So you think he's going to play? You love Mariota. I love Mariota too, man. Am I doing this right? For hang10.com, go get your shirt, Titans too. Like, what are you expecting? What do you want him to do? We've been winning games recently, providing, like, laying down the formula of great defense and strong running game behind Derrick Henry. Do you think that's going to be how to score against this Colts defense this week?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think we can come in with a game plan of Mariota distributing the ball, throwing it around. I think he needs to come in and play smart. We have to protect him, first of all. My God, the pass protection has got to be better.
He was only sacked twice against the Redskins. He was hurt on the second sack, but he did get hit a few other times.
That's true. He got lit up though. I know he got lit up on the first one too. Yeah. I was there sitting in my end zone seats, and I just saw the dude come right up the middle and light up Mariota.
Why does he always get lit up on his tackles and sacks?
He puts himself in position to take like the hardest hit possible. Like, dude, make it easy. Just go down or something. Make it easy on yourself. You're getting yourself killed too. But I think we've got to be able to protect him and run the ball. And Mariota, all we need him to do is take care of the football and be more of like a game manager. Because I don't know how much pain he's experiencing, how much of a grip, if it's a nerve issue or is it his shoulder. I'm not even sure what the injury is specifically. The stinger, whatever a stinger is. So if he really feels good, then sure, let him try to make plays passing the ball downfield. But I think it starts with the run game. I mean, we have to be the more physical team. I think we have to establish our dominance. Yes, establish our dominance, so to speak. We got to control the line of scrimmage somehow. Something we did not do at all.
It doesn't seem possible yet, but somehow we need to do that.
Somehow. I sound very hopeless. I'm sorry.
You're like somehow we need to score more points than them. Somehow. By the end of the game,
find a way to do it. So I think we need to take that approach with Mariota to answer your question. I just let him be a game manager, take care of the ball, make smart decisions, and try to let the run game do the work. And that's what I think we have to have Mariota do. And who knows? I think we can win if all that pans out for us.
I think we can too. Definitely got to control the pace of the game too. I feel like the Colts jump on us early. It's going to be hard to try and come back from that if they stay on the attack, which I believe they will because they're fighting for that playoff spot too. So I think we really need to control time of possession early. Keep Andrew Luck off the field. That might be our best defense. It's a good long offense, sustained drives. relying on Derrick Henry. Shoot, give him over 30 carries again. I like that formula. I'd like us winning in the Sunday night game, Week 17, if Derrick Henry gets 30-plus carries. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think, you're spot on, dude. We like long, sustained drives. Keep Andrew Luck off the field. Don't let him get into a rhythm, if at all possible, with their offense. So, I'm totally with you. We have to have a huge Derrick Henry game. I think he can do it, man. I think he can do it. I have a lot more faith in Derrick Henry, obviously, these days than I did, say, at
these
the beginning
days,
of
as
the
in
season.
like the month of December, where he's had like 500-something yards and 8 touchdowns.
These very recent days. It's easy to say that when he has.
What
that
have you
kind of
done for me
production.
lately? Derrick Henry's been great.
But you know what but you know what I would also like to see? I think Matt LaFleur, I would like to see him throw in some wrinkles, come up with some new stuff. I'm not saying maybe trick plays or anything, but just running some stuff that no team has ever seen before. I mean, the season's on the line here. You got to bust out all of your tricks, all of your little wrinkly play designs, and try to throw the defense off. Hit them with stuff that they won't see coming. I think this is we said it for Dean Pease and the defense and trying to draw up blitzes. Same thing goes for Matt LaFleur. I mean, you can't. I would like to, maybe see a little bit of a different approach. I don't know. Wildcats. I know we've done that sparingly with Derrick Henry, but I want to see something fresh from Matt LaFleur. Drum up something new and something the Colts defense won't see coming.
Yeah, it could be big. I still think, as long as we don't get too cute, the defense and the running game have been winning the game. I don't want to.
Yeah, you don't see it that way. I mean, I'm not saying
I have
cute,
I was going to point out,
the
sporadic use of the Wildcat the last, I don't know, when we started really utilizing it. But I think that's really been working here and there on occasion on drives. So I would love to see more with that, and then maybe it does. I mean, Derrick Henry tried to throw it. Was that against the Redskins? Was that where?
Yeah, he threw it. To Luke
so maybe
Stalker,
something out of that kind of formation scheme. Nothing too. I don't expect like a fake punch or anything. Like we don't have Mike Tomlin coaching us.
Yeah.
Up top.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, thank you, Mike Tomlin, for that.
Was crazy.
Go Saints.
Okay.
Or thank you, Saints.
Yeah. Go Saints.
Yes.
Saints are my second favorite team. Yes. So and I don't know. I wouldn't mind. I mean, as long as it's not too stupid. I mean, we saw what a trick play did against the Houston game. We needed that Kevin Byard pass for a touchdown. We ended up winning that first Houston game by 3 points. So maybe that's something that it'll
if
take.
Starting, I feel like that might be it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's true.
We just got to beat the Colts any way we can do it, because I hate the Colts.
Just
hate them.
Hate so much. Yeah, dude. I don't know. How do you actually feel about this game? Are you pretty nervous, or are you optimistic?
Tell me how you feel. I'm nervous. I have a very hopeful optimism about me. Is that redundant? I don't know. I am optimistic, man. Yeah, cautious. No, it's not cautious. It's a more hopeful. Like I feel like we're gonna do it. Sunday night in Nashville. I'm hearing earlier reports that the stadium is gonna be packed or like really close to sold out. And I know that might be a lot of Colts fans too.
Please.
We would always travel to Indy back when I was in Nashville. It's not that far of a drive, so I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of Colts fans. That's just how home games have been in Nissan for the last probably the last decade actually, since we've been sucking. But still, show up, turn out, yell. I think that's just going to help us out. And with how our defense has been playing, we're a different team than that first time we played the Colts. I know we had just beaten the Cowboys and the Patriots, and we thought we all had it together, but then we just got wiped out by the dumb Indianapolis Colts and Andrew Luck. And I think we're going to turn it around this time. I think it was a good thing now, looking back on it, that we got our butts kicked there, because I think we learned something from it and moved on. I mean, we're on a 4-game win streak. That's the longest in the NFL. We're getting hot at the right time, laying down a winning formula with the defense and our running game, no matter who's at quarterback. I mean, if Mariota's back there, I think our potential is that much greater to actually be a contender in the playoffs. But even with Gabbert, this formula works. Barely, but it works. A win's a win. That's the Colts. They barely beat the Giants.
Barely.
So, I mean, I am, dude. I think we're going to win this. I think get hyped, people. If you're watching this, stand up in your chair. Get up. Stand up.
I like it. Stand up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ooh, ah. Make noise. Ooh, ah. I think the biggest thing going for us is the fact that we're playing at home. And again, we were lights out at home for the past few years, especially this year. What are we now? 6-1.
6-1.
And that's with in front of a non-sellout crowd. Can you imagine how much more difficult it would be if the crowd would help out its team a little bit more by showing up and screaming their hearts out? I think that would help them immensely. You know, I did hear on the radio, or I didn't hear it on the radio, but I saw a tweet about on the radio on the Midday 180. They had Eddie George on, and he said if the Titans pack out the stadium and it's a sellout crowd,
guaranteed,
they will win the game. Like,
by Eddie George, they will
statement
win.
Right there.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
I feel that way, man.
Why isn't he the 12th Titan? Why isn't Eddie George the Titan that's gonna put the sword in the middle of the field and get the crowd hyped that they've been doing now at home games? Instead, we get a country
who's from Australia.
Star.
He's not even from. Not Eddie George wasn't from Nashville, but I guarantee Eddie George means more to this city than Keith Urban does.
Yeah, I guarantee Eddie George would be getting the crowd way more excited, way more hyped, and even the players too would be getting more hyped watching Eddie George do that.
All
than
the former
Keith
Titans.
Urban. No offense to Keith Urban, but he's not.
Have all the former Titans
get out
there
guy.
And be the
music guy.
Titan. I don't know.
Yes. Bring out Delaney Walker and Jarrell Casey. Have them do that.
Yes.
Do it for our fallen soldiers. Come on.
Yeah, I don't want to spend a lot of time on the issue, but yes, I'm glad you brought it up because Keith Urban was just a swing and a miss. Whoever is in charge of that.
Yeah.
God.
I don't know. I just don't know. I like your optimism, though,
what
dude.
are you doubting? Just that we've never beaten
optimism.
Andrew Luck before? I know. I'm just not like a seeing is believing type of guy. I'm a believer. I believe we can beat Andrew Luck.
Are you a believer as well? Yeah. I mean, I'm always cautious with this team because every time we think we figured it out, now we're on this 4-game win streak, we go out there and just lay a dud. And we did that earlier by beating the Patriots, beating the Cowboys, I think, back-to-back, and then we laid the dud against the Colts, if I have my timelines correct. But, dude, it doesn't matter. I'm excited. We're playing a win and get in under the bright lights. And, dude, we've been on the national stage, I think, 5 times this year now. Titans are getting out on the national TV landscape a little more this year, so that's cool to see. And actually, that's kind of worked out for us. We've won at least 3 of those games. We lost in London, and then
almost won in London,
Houston,
though.
And that's it.
People forget that we almost beat the Chargers. We decided to go for 2 at the end of the game and ended up losing. And then we almost beat the Chargers, who could have the first seed in the AFC for the playoffs. Still up for grabs. Also, we could still get the 2 seed and the first round bye and a home game.
I don't know if that's good. I'm just gonna be happy if we beat the Colts. Give me the 6th seed. I don't care. The 2nd seed we have to have too much happen for that. But all right, man. Tighten up,
dude.
Let's go out there and play the best game of our lives and get one of the biggest wins and one of the biggest games this franchise has had. Oh man, I'm getting myself really nervous.
I'm so ready for it, man. I'm so ready for this game. So ready. Andrew Luck is gonna have his face in the dirt the whole game.
Mm-hmm. We're going to hit him so hard his face mask is going to come off.
And maybe someone will even poop
in the dirt.
Poop
That's
on the
probably
field
going to be a
where his
penalty,
face
so
is
we
gonna
don't need
So
that.
then slams his head and poop. Is that too harsh?
I feel like that's like unsportsmanlike conduct. I just don't want to draw a penalty.
All right.
Love for that to happen, but I don't want the penalty. All right, this is getting off the rails. Do we want to do a score prediction?
Score prediction.
We never did that. And we usually do that for these.
Okay.
I'll go first. Titans, because we pick Titans every time. 27-24, Mariota shuts up the haters for the millionth time on a game-winning field goal. No, it's going to be a game-winning touchdown drive. We're going to be down 4, and he's going to get that touchdown.
I think it's going to be a defensive game, man. Unlike the first game, we're going to shut down the Colts and then just rely on Derrick Henry and the defense to get it done. I think we win in a tight one. Give me 19-17. 1917 Titans. Ryan Suckup, come through, bro.
I just had a minor heart attack.
Yeah, but it's going to be epic. It's going to be an epic win. Ryan Suckup, 83.5-yard field goal to win.
Ooh.
And now that's going to be it. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Yeah. Biggest game. What do you guys think?
Who's going?
Let us
Who's
know.
going to the game?
Are you confident? Are you worried?
Go to the game.
Going? Y'all go to the game. We're going to start the episode that way and end the episode like that. If you're in Nashville, you can afford it. find yourself a ticket and be loud
and go get
proud
turned
for your
turned
team.
up on Broadway.
We need you, bros
beforehand,
and ladies.
so you can get rowdy.
Yeah, that's where Mike Vrabel's going to be, getting turned up. Ending on that note, I think that's appropriate. Much hate for you, Colts. Much hate for you. Respect,